As a professional car dude, I get asked all the time, how do I shift with my heels and my toes? Well, Stephen, that's a great question, and I certainly will answer it. But first, why do we heels and toes? Well, Stefan, it all has to do with setting yourself up for a fast corner exit. As we all know, the corner exit is the most important meal of the day for quick lap times. This is because your exit speed determines how quick you'll be down the next straightaway. When you slow down, the revs drop, and that can put you below your power band. So we need to downshift while we're slowing down to get the RPMs back up to give all our available torques at our toe tips. But just downshifting can upset the car. When you release the clutch, the revs are going to jump, and that's kind of like pulling on the handbrake. It also puts a lot of stress on your drivetrain. So by bringing the revs up, we smooth things out. It's nicer to the car, and you won't experience a loss of grip. Well, Stephanie, that's the why, and now the how.
First, you'll want to make sure your shoes are right for the job. A shoe that's too wide or bulky can make it difficult to dance atop the pedals with the deftness of a ballerina. Choose a shoe that's lightweight, with a narrow sole and not too much thickness in the heel. These will do nicely. If you'll be driving on track, remember that high-performance driving builds a lot of heat, even in the pedals and the floorboard. Check to make sure your shoes are SFI certified. Look for the label under the tongue. These are good to go for your next electrical fire. Now that our shoes are sorted, let's look at the car. Ideally, you want something with a nice tight transmission, even pedal spacing, and responsive throttle with no rev hang. Alternatively, this IS250 will work, I guess. First, verify the eliteness. Next, check pedal spacing, side to side as well as height. You want the throttle and brake to be even while you're braking hard. Get a feel for the responsiveness of the throttle. Keep in mind, it will be more responsive at high RPMs. Step 1 is to practice rev matching without the brakes. While cruising at a constant speed, drop one gear without causing the car to jerk. Push the clutch and flip the throttle just a fraction of a second behind. Simultaneously select the next gear down. You want to let the clutch out right as the RPMs reach the right speed for the lower gear. Too high, and you get thrown back. Too low, you get thrown forward. Both are bad. Just right, and it's a silky smooth transition, and your passengers will be totally impressed. Drop another gear with the same method, just don't go past redline. Practice this until you can do it quickly, smoothly, and accurately every time.
Not bad, Sayuki, but this isn't even your final form. Now it's the time to unlock your full potential with a heel and toe downshift!
So anyway, you're going to want to figure out what works best for your footsies and your pedals. This works for a lot of people. So does this, where you roll your ankle. If you're a psychopath, you may like doing it this way, Zach. So just basically figure out what's comfortable for you or whatever. We're accomplishing the same exact goal as a rev match here, only now we're doing it while braking. Brake first, since slowing down is the most important part of this whole shindig. Clutch, shift, and blip at the same time. And release the clutch when the revs are at the right speed. Again. Faster. Enhance! That's a double clutch. Don't worry about that.
And now it's time to take your newfound skills and test them out on the racetrack. I'm here at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in the pretentious hills of Monterey, California, where if you move in next door and don't like noise, you may just be able to throw a big enough tantrum to get a giant piece of motorsports history shut down forever. Hey neighbors of Laguna Seca, how about you all go eat a big old bag of d***? And now we're going to see why this is just so important. I'm going to be entering turn 2 at approximately 400 miles per hour, give or take, down to about 40 miles per hour, give or take. And I'm not going to do any kind of heel toe whatsoever. I'm just going to get on the brake brakes. I'm up in 5th gear, I'll turn into the corner, get down to my 2nd apex, and I get back on the gas, but as you can see, my RPMs are really, really low. So there's just no power to exit out of this turn. And I can downshift now, but at this point it's too late. I've already lost a ton of speed. There's a car from the 1800s that's already passed me. We can't have that. And jump cut. All right, we're back in turn 2. This time I'm going to downshift, but I'm not going to heel toe at all. Watch this. I'm going to get on the brakes, go down to 4th, let the clutch out, see how I get thrown forward. If I do it again, it's turn. Whoa! Basically what I'm saying is you better know how to catch a slide if you do it in the middle of a turn. So the next lap, we're going to do the whole thing all together. Heel toe downshift with the flip, with the rev match. Here we go, and bam! Alright, last time we're headed into turn 2 one more time. I'm in 5th gear, we're going to do the whole thing. Are you ready? On the brakes, clutch in, downshift, flip at the same time, still on the brake, clutch in, flip, downshift, still on the brakes. Okay, it's a drift car. I didn't mean to do it that time. It wasn't because of the shifting. That's just because I trailed the brakes too far. Pretend that didn't happen.
Hey, thanks for watching that dumb video. I doubt anybody actually learned anything from it, but if you thought it was a little bit amusing, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Also consider following one of these Instagram accounts. Or not. It's your life, dog. You do what you want. Oh, and don't track in flip-flops. That's a terrible, terrible idea.